Have you ever looked around and wondered why some people in their 80s seem incredibly strong? Clear-headed, still mobile, while others, well, they seem to fade much faster. It's this common idea, isn't it, that aging is just this slow, inevitable decline, like a one-way street. But what if that's not the whole story? What if we've sort of got it wrong?
Well, exactly. The truth is, aging doesn't automatically mean that kind of decline. Not at all.
Mm.
Actually, for many people, it can be. Well, a time of real strength and vitality. So today we're going to dive deep into some really compelling research. It highlights 8 unmistakable signs. Signs that prove you're not just aging well, but maybe even better than most. Aging in what some people are calling reverse.
That's right. And our deep dive today, it's based on insights from leading studies on longevity, all sort of distilled down. We're going to unpack these key markers because here's the thing. If you find you can still do just one of these 8 things we're discussing, you're already showing a level of resilience that, frankly, puts you way ahead of the curve.
And that's just incredibly important, isn't it? Because this isn't only about, surviving longer. Yeah. It's really about thriving, actively thriving at every stage of life, keeping your independence, that vibrant quality of life, and understanding these signs. It kind of gives you a shortcut, valuable insights into your own personal health path, helping you, defy those old expectations about getting older. So yeah, let's unlock these.
Okay, let's jump into the first one then. It might sound almost too basic, but just being able to stand up from a regular chair without using your hands, without pushing off, that says a massive amount about your sort of fundamental strength and coordination. You see people start to rely on their hands, don't you? Maybe unconsciously at first. And then one day, that simple bit of freedom is just gone. Why is that single action so significant?
Well, what's truly fascinating, I think, is that it's not just about leg strength, not by a long shot. The simple action, it really reflects how well your core muscles, your leg power, and crucially, your balance, how they're all working together in sync. When people start losing this ability, it often signals a bit of a breakdown in proprioception. That's your body's unconscious sense of where it is in space. So it's not just weakness, it's more like a breakdown in that smooth, coordinated movement. And that can hint at, well, broader changes happening in the body. The research actually suggests a simple test you can do right now. Try standing up from a chair, but cross your arms over your chest first. If you could do that smoothly, you're holding on to something incredibly powerful, that functional independence.
Ah, that makes so much sense. It's like a quiet little indicator, isn't it? Okay, moving on to number 2 then. Walking briskly without getting winded. This isn't just about how fast you walk, is it? The studies we looked at really highlight this as a profound predictor of longevity. So can you walk across a room or maybe down the street like you're actually in a hurry without gasping for air or, needing to stop and catch your breath?
If you can do that, yeah, it's a really clear signal. It shows your lungs, your heart, your muscles, they're still cooperating effectively, efficiently, delivering that oxygen. And it's more than just speed, like you said, that brisk pace. It's a fantastic informal measure of your cardiorespiratory fitness.
Yeah.
Basically, how efficiently your heart and lungs fuel your muscles when they're working. It actually ties directly into something called your VO2 max, which is a key scientific predictor of longevity, all wrapped up in just a simple walk. It means your internal engine. It's really firing on all cylinders.
Right. Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting for me, and maybe a bit surprising. Number 3, balancing on one foot for 10 seconds. Feels like a childhood game, doesn't it? But it turns into this really powerful health test, especially apparently after age 70.
It absolutely does. I mean, think about it. That simple act involves your brain, your muscles, your vision, your entire nervous system, all having to work together seamlessly. And what's really striking is there was a 2020 study, I think it was in the British Medical Journal. It found that people over 70 who couldn't balance on one foot for just 10 seconds, they were nearly twice as likely to die from any cause within the next decade.
Wow. Twice as likely. That statistic really hits home.
It does. And it's not just about preventing falls, although obviously that's vital. It acts as this sort of silent signal of your overall systemic health, everything from neurological function right through to cardiovascular fitness. Makes it a surprisingly powerful predictor of your broader well-being.
Okay, wow. And for our 4th sign, this is one I think many of us, myself included sometimes, might find ourselves avoiding, getting down on the floor, and then, crucially, getting back up again without any help. This is one that often fades, doesn't it? And maybe not always because of a complete loss of ability, but sometimes it's fear, right? The fear of maybe not being able to get back up easily.
That's a really crucial point, the confidence factor. But if you can still do this movement, getting down and up, it just speaks volumes. It tells us about your coordination, your flexibility, your strength, and like you said, importantly, your confidence in your own body. This act, which seems simple, it's actually a complex movement pattern, and it directly challenges your risk of falls, which is, a major concern as we age. That confidence comes from knowing your body's systems, from those neural pathways down to muscular power. Knowing they're integrated enough to actually execute this full range of motion safely, it's a direct reflection of how well all those bodily systems are just, well, working together.
These first four signs might seem like just everyday abilities, things we take for granted. But as we've just discussed, they carry some pretty profound meaning, don't they? If you could relate to even one of those, you're not just aging, you're really showcasing remarkable resilience. Okay, let's shift focus now. Let's look at the next set of indicators. These reveal maybe even more about your body's enduring vitality.
Absolutely. So sign number 5. This is about being able to carry a decent load of groceries without struggling. Think about, say, a full grocery bag in each hand maybe. Carrying that kind of load taps into your core strength, your arms, your lungs, even your legs, all at once.
Right. So if you can still lift and carry a significant weight like that without doing that awkward shifting thing or needing to stop and put them down or feeling just wiped out afterwards, your body is genuinely working better than what's, let's say, typically expected for many people your age. And it's not just about brute strength, is it? It's a direct measure of your functional reserve, specifically how well your body is maintaining muscle mass and strength against sarcopenia.
Exactly. Sarcopenia. That's the age-related muscle loss that often creeps up unnoticed, until it starts impacting daily tasks, like carrying groceries. So being able to do it comfortably, it's about maintaining that really crucial independence in everyday life.
Yeah, independence is key, which I guess brings us neatly to number 6, climbing a flight of stairs. Without stopping or needing to really grab onto the rail for support, stairs are such an honest test, aren't they?
They really are, because they challenge your heart, your breathing, your muscles, and your coordination all at the same time.
So if you find you can still go up, say, 10 or more steps without pausing or without heavily relying on that banister, you are truly defying that conventional aging curve. It just shows a fantastic level of both cardiorespiratory and muscular endurance. It really means your power reserves are still thriving.
Okay, so the 7th sign takes us into slightly different territory, more cognitive. Moving beyond the purely physical for a moment, it's about remembering recent conversations clearly. Now look, some mild forgetfulness, that can be normal with age, we all have those moments. But really sharp recall, especially, let's say, past 80, that's like a quiet superpower. If you can remember what you had for dinner yesterday, maybe the details of a chat you had with a friend last week, that suggests your brain is really firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, that kind of clarity implies what?
Yeah.
Healthy neurons, efficient blood flow to the brain, just actively engaged cognition, I suppose. It's a remarkable indicator of continued mental vitality. What's one maybe surprising thing about why our brains might retain that sharpness? Or maybe a common myth about memory loss you often hear?
Well, that's a great question. Well, a really common myth is that significant memory loss is just inevitable, baked into aging. But what's genuinely surprising and encouraging is the brain's neuroplasticity. Its ability to keep forming new connections and even, in some areas, generate new neurons, even quite late in life. So retaining that sharpness, it isn't just about not losing memories. It's often about actively maintaining those connections through things like continued learning, social engagement, and physical activity, too, that ensures good blood flow to the brain. It's really about actively nurturing your brain health throughout life.
That's really empowering to hear, actually. And finally, sign number 8. This is one I think many of us definitely long for as we get older. Waking up feeling truly rested. Sleep, it's like your body's ultimate repair shop, isn't it? Such a critical time for cellular restoration. So if you still regularly wake up feeling refreshed, clear-headed, steady on your feet, you're hitting a benchmark for aging well that really puts you far beyond the norm for many.
Oh, absolutely. Good restorative sleep connects directly to so many things.
Yeah.
Robust hormonal balance, a strong immune system, even better emotional well-being. It's during those deep sleep stages, that your brain clears out waste products built up during the day, and your body literally repairs itself.
Right.
At a cellular level, it's truly the foundational bedrock for so much of what we've discussed today, from physical agility right through to cognitive sharpness.
Wow. Okay, so we've just walked through 8 really powerful benchmarks there. Each one, in its own way, is a profound signal of your overall health and vitality. And each sign tells this unique story, doesn't it, about how you're aging, maybe not in decline, but actually in strength, showing incredible resilience. These aren't just, minor abilities we're talking about. They're critical indicators, indicators of robust health and deep-seated vitality.
And what's genuinely fascinating, I think, is looking at how these signs, taken together, they really demonstrate that knowledge when we actually apply it to our daily habits, our choices. It can truly empower you. Empower you to defy those conventional, often negative expectations about aging. Thinking critically about your own health and habits, making those proactive choices, that's absolutely essential for maintaining a high quality of life and for continuing to experience that aging in reverse phenomenon we talked about.
Yeah. So we really encourage you listening right now to maybe reflect a little. Which of these signs resonated most deeply with you? Because understanding them isn't just about ticking boxes on some kind of health checklist. It's more about recognizing your own personal agency, your power in the aging process. It's about seeing yourself as an active participant in your future vitality.
Absolutely. This deep dive, I hope, has shown us that aging doesn't have to mean fading away. It can actually mean rising again, maybe smarter, stronger, feeling more alive than ever, with this really profound capacity for resilience and growth. So here's a thought to leave you with. What single small action, inspired by these insights perhaps, could you take today? An action to invest in that aging in reverse mindset for your own future.